Okay, we're going.
Would you like to do that? Fred Sessions asked. It was 1967, and he and his 12-year-old daughter Tammy were watching cross-country motorcycle racing on TV. Loud, dirty, dangerous. She'd been riding dirt bikes for 2 years, but never considered racing. Absolutely, she said. When can we start? Growing up, Tammy Sessions had certain advantages. Foremost was her father, a Bellevue Health Club owner who took early retirement to dedicate the next 5 years entirely to Tammy and her sister Jody's racing careers. I never got into trouble, Tammy recalls with a laugh, astride her Husqvarna 350cc at Kent's Binford Field of Dreams, because I didn't have time. Fred drove Tammy from race to race, then sent her across the country with Pat Marinacci, a racer ranked 67th nationally. Her first race was in Mattawa, Grant County, in 1968 on a 120cc Suzuki that had no business being out in the desert. She earned a third-place trophy topped with a pink powder puff. Her little sister Jody watched from the sidelines. I want one of those, she said. Fred started Jody racing the following year at age 6. Tammy broke records and bones, her collarbone 3 times, among others, when she stepped up to the National Camel Pro Series on her 360cc Astro Bultaco at age 20. She arrived, as she recalls, with my hair down to my waist, wearing a pink bright leather suit, standing about 5'4". Fathers of her male competitors muttered in the pits, but she let her throttle hand do the talking. From the sport's earliest days, the American Motorcycle Association, the sport's governing body, had ruled that women could not race professionally. In 1971, fellow writer Debbie Selden Pugh, paying her attorney $5 an hour, took the association to court and won. Sessions of Kent and Selden Pugh of Tacoma found their groove on the flat track and never gave it up, cracking, as motorcycle historian Tom Samuelson puts it, the dirt ceiling for all women across the United States. Tammy won 18 major races, becoming a legend on the desert circuit. At 46, she trained solo near Vantage, Kittitas County, and the Columbia River for her final professional outing. Before each session, she handed a convenience store clerk her father's phone number. If I'm not back in 2 hours, give him a call. Today, at 71, she still rides for the joy of it. Blue highways, back roads, extended trips under the stars. As president of Seattle's Pacific Northwest Museum of Motorcycling, she remains a life member of the Stump Jumpers Motorcycle Club, which sponsors an annual race in eastern Washington, the Desert 100. I wouldn't change a thing, she says, then guns her engine across an open field, stands in the saddle, and lets out a whoop. In our first then photo, Tammy Sessions leans into a turn on her 360cc Bultaco Astro during the 1975 Camel Pro Series short track. Pink leathers made it easier for Sessions' mother to spot her through the desert dust. In our second then photo, in 1972, Sessions, 16, goes airborne at Puyallup MX Raceway 3 years after her father's casual question sent her life in fast-forward motion. She has handwritten, "Going over the Mount Rainier jump on my 125cc Penton." In our next then photo, Sessions, at 20 years old, holds the groove ahead of a competitor on her Triumph 750, knee nearly scraping dirt, deep into a flat-track turn at Castle Rock's TT track in 1975. On the circuit, she would become known as the Queen of the Desert. In our first now photo, Sessions pauses at the Binford Field of Dreams in Kent, packed and ready for a next adventure on her Husqvarna 350cc. At 71, she's still riding and smiling, showing no sign of slowing down. In our final now photo, Debbie Selden Pugh on the left and Sessions reunite at the Museum of History and Industry's recent exhibit, Kickstands Up, 125 Years of Motorcycling in the Pacific Northwest, which closed in April. Behind them is one of Sessions' pink leather racing suits that turned heads on tracks across the United States.
Bill Gates. Yeah.
And I know that because this is about 10 years ago.